So I'm here drinking my Costa coffee in my Costa coffee cup, and it tastes good. But let me put my drink down anyway. But I told you yesterday that there's a revival going on in our churches. Now, I don't know if you guys believed me or not, but today I'm going to let the people, make the young people talk for themselves. Because Sky News released this video the other day of young people talking about why they are going to church. So I'm going to switch the screen and let you guys see for yourself.
I've definitely noticed a change in people speaking about God. I see it a lot on TikTok now. I see, young preachers on the street.
I cannot tell you how many young adults walk into these doors on their own.
I'm seeing people that look like me, that dress like me, that are kind of similar ages to me, and you're just like, I wasn't always seeing this before.
Is God making it?
Yes, I like that point that he made. Because back in the days, a lot of us didn't want to go to church because we couldn't relate. Everyone was in a long dress. Everyone was in a three-piece suit, tie, and a woolly hat. But things are changing now. Young people, people are not worried about what clothes you're wearing. They just want you to come to church, which is good. So I understand what you're saying there, young man.
Come back with young people. A recent YouGov study showed that Gen Z said they believed in God more than any other generation in the UK, including boomers.
It's not just like the usual demographic that you'd kind of think would go to church. In the last maybe 6 to 12 months, there's been such a rise in young people coming to faith.
I think I've just found such a rise in the last, I'd say year or two, in young people DMing me or just kind of turning up to this church and just being like, hey, so I saw your TikTok, what's going on here?
YouGov also published data this year showing an increase in the church attendance and religiosity of young people between 2018 and 2024. The number of young people who said they believed in a higher power rose from 29% in 2018 to 48% in 2024. And while in 2018, just 7% of Gen Z said they attended church monthly, this went up to 23% 6 years later.
But why might this be happening?
Gen Zers are also a generation that, quite frankly, got the short end of the economic stick and the social stick. Affording houses, out of the question. Social isolation through the pandemic, coming at a very crucial time in one's development. They're really looking for answers to some of life's biggest questions.
There's so much bad in the world. There's so much negativity that you do see online, and the stuff that we fill our brain with, a lot of it doesn't have any substance to it at all. And I do also think that a lot of people are yearning for that sort of purpose and fulfillment.
I do think that the state of the world is also a reason. That's why people are thinking there has to be something more than this.
Social media also seems to be playing a part in the trend, with many content creators talking about their faith online.
With more churches and more people who are led by God who are showing that through socials, I think you touch so much more people than you think. I always feel like the FYP might be a little bit of divine intervention sometimes.
And on my baptism video,
You heard what she said. She said that a lot of people, young people, are seeing what is happening in the church through social media. If your church don't do social media, you have to really think to yourself, are we reaching our full potential? Social media is essential right now for every church. And I said it in the last video, if Jesus was alive, Jesus was walking the earth today, he would have TikTok, he would have YouTube, he would have all of these platforms. And I'm telling you, people will be reached, lives will be saved, and God's kingdom will be advanced, because Jesus would definitely use these tools to save souls. Let's hear what else the young lady has to say.
the same thing happened. I got so many messages just asking about it, wanting to know more, wanting to know how that happened for me. I think that's why it's so important for anyone with a following, if you can do that, I think that's such an amazing thing to do.
There's things that social media has exposed people to that they would never have come across. There's loads of examples of people like DMing me and stuff saying like, this has been the reason they turned to faith. And that's kind of like what encourages me to continue do it.
Of course,
Well
this
done.
won't be representative of all young people.
I think it's really surprising. I'm very active on Instagram, TikTok, the social media in general, and I don't see anyone really posting about it. And if I do, it is the other way. It's maybe religious persecution.
Whether the shift marks a lasting trend or a temporary change remains to be seen. But for now, Gen Z seem to be reshaping assumptions about faith in the modern day.
Wonderful.
That's the sound of an American oil company
Switch
hard
the
at work.
screen.
Want to be a part of it?
Let's switch the screen and have a little talk about what's going on. Listen, young people want to go to church, even when they tell you they don't want to go. They want to go to church, but they just don't want to go to the church that you're sending them to, because they're not seeing people like them. Everybody's in three-piece suits, everybody's in long dresses, and they feel out of place and they're bored to death. Find a church for your young children where there's other young children who they can socialize with. I'm not going to say too much today because I will be doing another reaction to this video. But you see, the young people, they know what Jesus say is the truth. And the scripture says, Jesus answered and said, I am the way and the truth and the life, and no one goes to the Father except through me. And the young people are starting to understand that. So carry on. I'm just loving what's happening in the UK. I'm just loving what's happening in the USA. The Bible sales has gone rocket. It's gone mad now with Bible sales. 80 million Bibles was sold in the US last year, and in the UK all records have been broken for the sales of Bibles. Something's happening. Don't get left behind. I'll be talking more about what's happening in the UK and the USA regarding young people going to church. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to let people know, about this video. Share it with your friends. You never know. This video might make someone come to Christ. And if you've got anything to say about what the young people were saying, put it in the comment section down below. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. Okay? Thank you.